Alright guys and girls, this is the ultimate organic portal identification list that I've just come up with now in the last like half an hour. So I may miss a few things, but there are 90 points and I decided to stop there. Maybe I should do another 10 and I've made it 100. But I don't know, I just stopped there. I felt to stop there. So this is what we have. 90 different points. Naturally uncomfortable. So because they're like aberrant to the universal flow, okay? No internal conflict. They'll never, have that internal conflict and really question. Prejudice, very prejudiced people. Immediately gaslighting you, like when you first meet them, for no reason. Don't stop talking behind your back. Easily offendable, make you weaker. And I've noticed, really, really good souls, make you stronger or enjoy, making you stronger. I'm one of those people. Like I like to, teach you something, help you out sometimes, depending, how draining it is. Because you've got to be careful you're not helping an organic portal. Point 8, have something against you without you even knowing you as soon as you meet them. Hold on. Stop it. Sorry, my little cat. No. 1 second. Jeez. He's a hungry little boy. Sorry about that. He wants to eat the whole cat food. Okay. 9, mundane conversation. 10, conversation surrounding status quo or backing society or culture. 11, conversation about worldly possessions. Look what I have. 12, organic portals obsessed with cars, can't see the next, like for instance a spaceship. Or, they killed the electric car, that type of stuff. Can't see the next. 14, no vision. 15, avoid quantum mechanics talks. Not necessarily, they won't talk about it, but in depth they'll avoid it. You watch. Because as we know, things get tricky there. Avoid quantum mechanics talk. Only classical regurgitate science, classical physics, macro physics, 16, nothing new comes through them. Yeah. Oh, hold on, that's a different point there. So we have 91. I skipped a point there. 16, nothing new comes through them, and it's meant to be 17, negative space focus, also known as the past. So we're going to put that as point 91. Put that straight on the end, so I can just keep reading the points. So point 91, negative space focus, also known as the past. So they have a lot of past focus on their past trauma. So that was point 91 actually. You'll see this list only goes to 90. But I missed that one. All right, point 17, OPs love, enjoy, get energy from gossiping about others, as it's gaslighting combined with turning more people against that individual. 18, target individuals. 19, gang stalking and obsession with gang stalking. Like they can't help themselves, as I've shown in recent videos and talked about. 20, obsessed with what you are doing, must dig into your life. It's because they have no like self-life inner focus, 21, very demonic OPs love, enjoy, gain energy from seeing you suffering. Enjoy making you suffer and expand energy outward emotionally. They love to, make you expend your emotional energy outward so they can capture it. 22, steal energy known as life force energy, chi, loosh, biophotons. Organic portals are known as energy vampires. 23, OPs confuse the mind landscape and act as a cross current to cosmic exemplified thought and forward consciousness, and they like to smash any existing picture we have, of the universe. Can't stop focusing on you if you're nearby, as your light frequency higher light frequency irritates them because they're full of parasites. So those 2 points can join because your higher frequency irritates the parasites within their bodies. 25 are full of parasites. Body fat is parasites, people. Let's get real. What do you think your body fat is? Just fat and nothing's eating it. There's little parasites in the fat, and they're also pissing and pooing in you, which creates more, clogging of systems, more inflammation, which is more size, and this all ends up looking together as fat. Eat dead food happily and unconsciously. So, like all the supermarket food, all the packaged products, they're not into so much into a whole food plant-based diet, for instance. Not as much. That's not to say that it's impossible to get a vegan or organic portal. They definitely exist. But you'll find generally they unconsciously just go with all the dead food. They're much less likely, and most often they eat, barely any, living food. They do a lot of cooking, less raw diet and so on. 27, hold without further thoughts to religion, even if something's, contradictory or something, or, seems a bit naive, silly, or psychopathic, like psychopathic passages out of the Bible. I don't think God, the real God, or if there's a God like that it's going to be that psychopathic. Not the whole Bible is that, but there's some verses in there, I'll tell you what, more psycho than anything I've ever said. Even if the creator was a rapist, I think you know what religion I'm referring to there. Let's not say it. 28, money focus over life experience, complexity realizations. So instead of, how my shaman name is Shaman Walking Crystal, I love to, now I'm very solitary, but I used to love really, going around to the friend's house and having a lot of experience instead of just everyday 9 to 5 work. So that type of life. Don't truly seem to care what the universe is or what it's doing. Only facsimile, not really deeply and truly. They don't really care about that. Very stagnant, uninvolving beings. Oh, there's another point I missed. So we've got point 92 here, the next point. Meditation without epiphanization. So that's point 92, because again I missed to put a number by it. So number 92 is meditation without epiphanization. 31. So let's go back to that. Meditation without epiphanization. I made a standalone video on that like a year and a half ago. And it's, those people that always just want to clear the mind. I'll say it again. I like what Sadhguru said to a questioner when they said, how do I clear the mind? And, Sadhguru laughed and said, after millions of years of evolution, you want to clear it. And I've talked about that further in other videos, and he even knows, like I know how the organs contribute to your mind. So it's not just all in the brain. Well, there's another point, point 93. They think consciousness is, created in the brain. Point 93 there. So, we've got 93 points there. 31, seek outside their selves, not within. Oh, damn it, I missed another one. Point 94, are insanity on repeat. So that's point 94. They are insanity on repeat. And you know that Einstein quote of, insanity is repeating the same thing, expecting different results. They definitely do that. And a great example is politics, or politically they repeat insanely. 32, appear to be running on a script. 33, no higher self to come in and stop reaction. Very reactionary beings, and I've talked about how pre-2012 was a reactionary creation, the universe reactioned itself into being, and post-2012 is now, from reaction to creation. And we've become the creator in co-creation, light bodies in co-creation. 34, so you can think of it as pleroma in, light bodies in co-creation. This is the Godhead, sort of disseminates, into spirits, and us spirited humans are like light bodies in co-creation. That is the Christ light body instilled by our lovely Mother Earth. 34, waste energy. Money is a currency, like a raw energy. You can turn it into anything. So they waste a lot of money as well, but just anything in general, waste energy. 35, no higher path, spiritual walking, only walking into work. I like that one. 36, obsessed with the latest material good created. I don't want to offend everyone, but like that everyone's standing outside the iPhone store for the latest iPhone iteration, which is like a minute difference. I think we should wait a few more iterations before creating one. 37, blindly follow without question. 38, OPs don't regenerate body well. 39, hold continuous states of denial even when shown otherwise. On that point 38, OPs don't regenerate body well. Remember reading about Gurdjieff, which, I'm not some massive fan of that guy because he was an understudy of Aleister Crowley and that. And I'm not a fan of that real dark end of his spirituality. Anyway, so, even Gurdjieff's little story, if you go to Wikipedia, was that he had a car crash and had like a broken leg or whatever and walked away kind of smiling like a very spirited person. And it's our spirit that helps us regenerate the body better. You can also watch movies like that Assassin movie where he's like bleeding hardcore in the back of a truck and he does some mudras, some like, kind of monkish mudras, and heals his body real quickly. All right. 39 again, hold continuous states of denial even when shown otherwise. So even when they're shown otherwise, they hold on to the cognitive dissonance. It's probably a point in itself. Point 95 is that they're very cognitively dissonant. Do you know what cognitive dissonance is? It's like the inability, to accept like new ideas and new knowledge. 40, so that was point 95. 40, not kinesiologically able. I'll let you figure out what kinesiology is. 41, can't read between the lines. Ever heard that? Hey, read between the lines, man. Can't read between the lines, these organic portals, and really not good at it. They can't contrive different viewpoints, as we said in the video fallacious organic portals. 42, don't have past life, future life experiences. That is because spirit, and we're talking about spiritless humans, remember, that is because spirit is vertical on the horizontal cross of matter. That's why in our third eye we see past and future lives. 43, less intelligent than wild vision animals. I made a whole video on that. It's going to be uploaded soon. 44, think that the third eye is a gland. The pineal. It's an energy center or stream, moron. So the point is they always bring, like metaphysics and spiritual higher dimensional aspects down into lower contextualize it into pragmatic physicality, because they're just pragmatic physical beings. Remember, I've said that 100 times, they are just the monkey body. They are just the surface 2D or physical reality. 45, always bring metaphysical back to physical. Oh yeah, that's what I kind of just said. 46, act demonically often. So yeah, a soul human, we can get angry, we can turn to the dark side briefly, but we usually seem, unless you're a negative souled human, which have the same frequency, because it's facing down and spinning into NPC nature, not spiraling up into a spirited self-souled human nature. So, the OP is, demonically often and reverts inherently to that, okay? Whereas the soul human, can, accidentally sort of demon. It's more like that. It's more like it gets you a little. Anyway, so 47, revert to covert narcissistic egoic nature when questioned deeply. Ultra defensive, standing up for the status quo. That's all 1 point conjoined. 48, just existing, no purpose. They float about a lot. Like, you know, it's just jobs, there's no higher path. 49 are archonic, draconian, and reptilian in nature. You know, we don't have to mention they use the R complex in the back of the brain more. The limbic or middle brain is the mammalian brain, got more to do with love and vision. It's also called, you know, the Eye of Horus diagram from Egypt. You know, in Taoism, that whole crystal, that whole limbic brain is called the crystal room. Crystal vision. What's my shaman name? Walking crystal. Okay, 50. If they see you are spiritual, will try take advantage of you or with no aim. Like they think being spiritual is some kind of weakness because they're harder and denser. We'll go into that in a minute. Will try take advantage of you if you're spiritual or with no aim to inform you, put you down. That's probably a separate point. Yeah, I'm going to say that's point 96 there, with no aim to inform. Let's edit that. That's actually a different point there, point 96. With no aim to inform, they put you down. So if I put you down, I'm definitely informing you at the same time. Like I'll give you some information on why I've done that or said something about you like that. They're the opposite. They just, you know, put you down like with no informing, no helping you up or anything. So 51, if they see you spiritual, see that you are spiritual, they will focus on you, trying to attach to your mind via neurotic mind games, try and basically take your focus. Like if you're living with organic portals, that happens a lot. 52, attack your spirit or spirits, you know, like your happy mood, you know. 53, tell you, you know, they bring your spirits down. 53, tell you to get a job. Oh, this is massive for my channel. Tell you to get a job before supporting you or considering any other options at all. So once again, thanks to all my donators. You're clearly sold humans, because, you know, the organic portals are the ones that you'll see in the comments under all my videos, like, oh, you're struggling? Get a job. No. You can see then, again, the reiteration of supporting the system. Yeah. 54, cannot feel past Kundalini, fourth dimensional energy. 55, don't know anything beyond the four ways of the fourth dimension. It said the Dark Masters do not know anything beyond the four ways of the fourth dimension. 56, stop you expressing yourself by any means necessary. Have a lot of kids is point 57. 58, no magnus opus focus, known as the great work or corpus, a body of work or light work. 59, are not alchemists, not alchemical beings, so they definitely were not the witches. And I've got a video saying I don't think that they're the Taris either. I think organic portals are the wheat, because they act like wheat. And I love Terence McKenna's old quote of, it's like you can part these people like wheat. It's like they're made of, here it is, denser stuff than us. Point 60, are harder, denser, stupid, and dumb. Not intelligent. I made a video on, you know, dumb density versus smart stupidity. And then also this point is relative to smart, Sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. Let's move on. I made another video. Smart versus intelligence. I made another video. So there's two videos that 60 point is relative to. 61. Bode for a slower, harder, denser reality creation. 62. Childish in the wrong way. Like logically childish, not, you know, that purity of child nature. That's not what I'm talking about. 63, more laws, less law. Yeah, they love it. Because laws are restrictive, law is expansive. Lore is the build-up of knowledge about something, and it can be a little bit of, word of mouth, but, it's usually, when done right, informationally, logically accurate. 64, restrict and stop advancement. 65, don't experience internal high pitches. 66, don't know what sound after the sound is. 67, do not see other dimensional entities. Oh, point 97 here, don't want you to know anything. They want you to be stupid. They don't want you to know anything or be self-empowered. That's point 97. Point 68, never alter the mind positively with psychedelics or deep introspection. Very important point, this psychedelics, because a lot of religious people think that's only demonic. Let me tell you something about this. When you do psychedelics, yes, it opens you up. That means you expand and become an expansive being, and multidimensional, I might add, and more conscious. And it's been shown psychedelics create neurons, so they create brain, if you want to put it simply, and more. You can look through Consciouszine and listen to me talk about psychedelics in the future. Point 69, don't want you to think for yourself or differently at all. No novel thought, Point 70, Point 70, are habitual, not novel beings. So Terence McKenna, this guy, came up with something called the time wave zero, where it was habit versus novelty as a universal force, or two universal forces. So beyond the four forces of science, there's these two other forces, habitual and novelty, that he discovered, and he put this energetic oscillation, which is a fractal pattern, he found in a Cartesian graph. Awesome. Point 71, appear dead or lifeless inside. Point 72, glassy-eyed. Point 73, and maybe I should expand this. The glassy-eyed organic portal is the dumbest, stupidest, lowest vibrational 2D organic portal, right? 73, are retarded, which means to slow or delay or eddy or retarding things. 74, exude a stabilizing energy, not an advancing energy. I've got a specific video on that called Stabilizers and Advances. Point 75, deaf, blind, dumb and stupid, and tasteless. Listen but don't hear, so hearless. So they listen, pretend they're listening, but they don't really hear what you're saying. Senseless, illogical speaking, and they're just senseless and illogical and insane. Point 76, more heartless than soulless humans. So yeah, sometimes, as a soul human, you can still be a little bit heartless, but most of the time we're not, right? Most of the time they are fairly heartless, in my opinion. You comment below the video. Tell me what you think on that point. Point 76. Point 77, meaningless conversation. Yeah, mundane crap. Point 78, follow sport teams, living vicariously through them. That is so true, that one. I'm glad I came up with that. Point 79, they're sodomites. Yep. Point 80, encourage you to seek outside yourself. So what I mean by they are sodomites is they'll, practice this like a lot, whereas say maybe I will try it once and most likely I don't like it because that's the wrong hole. Point 80, that's a point to the gay people too, anyway. Point 80, encourage you to seek outside yourself. Point 81, drain you just by being present in your vicinity. So just by being, next to you physically. Point 82, don't do due diligence. They really don't. When people say, do your due diligence and find out, they don't. So they're not that great at researching often. Yes, you can get this scientific organic portal who researches, but I still think that's a very valid point. They don't do their due diligence often in conversation, right? Point 83, not true to their self. Point 84, and they're true to the system. Point 84, hold on, let me get rid of that. Where am I up to? Okay, point 84, create a false image of themselves. Point 85, implement an illusion of similarity and conformity. Now, they try to implement that, and I talked all about this in the video Organic Portals and the Illusion of Similarity. Point 86, have no respect for the laws of this universe, only man-made laws. Again, supporting the system, a massive marker. Point 87, support the government. Yeah, no doubt. Point 88 are material spiritualists only. The fake woke, the fake spiritualists. How I see this from my perspective is like they buy a lot of goods, but they don't, walk the ultra spiritual path. Like, for a great example, Shivi Puri Baba, Benjamin Cowenberg's another great example. Prahlad Jani. Like, I'm not saying you don't have to eat, but like, it's, my shaman name is Walking Crystal for a reason. That walking nature, right? And they don't do that. It's just the 9-to-5 normal life. And they buy a lot of material goods, like say it has hippie drawings on it or something, like a pillow that has a lot of hippie drawings on it or something. So a lot of material spiritual goods. Oh yeah, here's a really good point. They buy a lot of Himalaya salt lamps, but actually don't hold higher spiritual notions or paths. Diss, but it's so true. Point 89, have automaton nature. Point 90, act as Matrix Sentinels. So yes, I'm referring to, the Sentinels out of the movie, the trilogy movie series, The Matrix, that we all know. So they act as Matrix Sentinels, just like those robotic Sentinels in the movie. But obviously they're a human body. But yeah, they act like Sentinels of the Matrix. Okay. Or drones or supports of the Matrix. So I believe we came up with 97 points in the end. It's true, I am Benjamin Cowenberg, the creator of site consciouszine.net, and you can visit that online. Luckily it's still online. Thank you to the people who donated this year and last year to keep the website online. So that's www.consciouszine.net. Thanks again to everybody who has supported this in the past. Otherwise, I would possibly not, be here creating this video right now. Secondly, please leave a like. Not only did this take a lot of energy, and it takes very little energy for you to press the like button, because it takes 1 second, you mean person. But, the main point I like to talk about on why press the like button on my video, or any video that you like on YouTube, is because then it goes further. The idea goes further and reaches more people. Okay, Benjamin Cowenberg, aka Shaman Walking Crystal, aka in the 4th dimension, Indigo Ben Speedstar, Kayama Diastasi, signing off. Share the video if you want to. That's fine. I think I've got embedding on, or let me know, comment below. And yeah, feel free to comment below the video, because I'm always happy to learn new things. Just don't be too much of an ass. And thanks for listening. Enjoy.